Scott, man.
How you doing, mate? All right.
All right. Right, people, we're going to kick off. Welcome to you all, and in the new ones. If you enjoyed, come back next week and all. Well, no, 2 weeks' time. Paul's missus sent me this and good. And due to the rising cost of ammunition, I will no longer be able to provide a warning shot. Excellent. Love it. I used to have a good on our main gate on the allotment site, somewhat similar. Right, me and Russians down the park. We've got a good eyesight. Canners are still going well. There's only them two in the whole of the strip, where last year they had about 18. But these are still doing well because the frost they forecast for us last weekend never materialised. So we saw that happens. Don't forget our first frost. Still got loads of stuff in flower. Some of the stuff we should have finished yonks ago. And that's one of me blackberries in the tubs. Right, canners. Any old stuff, so we didn't have old leaves on the outside, I'll pull them off. There's also that little chap there, don't look very well. When I chopped them off, I've got my sharp stropper there, so I don't want that going right down to the rhizome. So what I'm going to do is help him out in the sense I've sliced straight through him, as you can see there. There's no sign of anything there, so I've caught it before it got down to it. So then I'm going to start looking at all the rest. If there's any more got any crap in the middle, then I'm going to slice them off as well. Learning all the time. Right, top of the garden, one of my raised beds. This is my workbench because it's working from waist height and the sun's out. So that's where I'm going to be working from. 3 more mushroom trays. These have got me gladioli in. Velvet eyes, that was a new one this year. My velvet and Ajax, that was another new one. So these are the last I've got up. Just drying them off basically in the greenhouse, probably about a week. So all I'm taking off is a cormorant from the base itself and all the roots, them are going in there, and the tops. As far as paper on the bottom, so the cormorants don't drop through the holes. If you get a good one, I always say the cormorants from. I've only got to wait 2 years, but it's free. Strawberries, which I had, just taking the old stuff off, like these dead leaves here. This is what I'm doing weekly. Plus, I've dried out a bit, so I'm going to give them a watering. Not cold water, it'll be tepid, look, I've got 18. So I don't need my chicken growth. So these are a good watering as well. This is the top of the garden, Blackberry Chester. He's still putting a bit of meat on. That'll be my food for this year. Right. Next door neighbour finished all the 3 fence panels, luckily. He did it himself. The cost to get somebody else just to do 3 panels, it cost a bloody bomb. But he ain't made a bad job on it. So these have got to be walloped, obviously. So there's me fence panel crap out. That's my brush. I've had that in there about 2 months now. It's just wrapped up in a little freezer bag to keep the air out. It's still supple as the day I finish with it. Bit of cardboard. I'm going to put at the back of that board. Then I ain't going to get no paint on the side. Good stir, obviously. This is not early morning, but about 9:30, 10. And there's still a bit of moisture on the top, so I'm going to leave that till the sun dries it off. As you can see, the sun is out and it's got to stay dry all day. So I'm just working my way along, all the way along there. And the sun will soon be all over that lot. Coming round slowly. Excellent. You can even see the sun rays. So if you're just coming around there, I've only got about half hour, 40 minutes, but at least it'll help to dry that top bit off once it has. Then I've done that. Once I've finished, I'll just wrap them up again. Basically, you're keeping the air out of it, so it keeps it nice and moist. Perfect. Right, my bamboo screen, which I had down the back here, because there's now a drop, it's dropping below the fence, so I've got to do a border, make a base to go down the bottom there, but that's plan B. As you can see there, it's dropping down. But we'll sort that out eventually. Right, this is before the rain. Just nick this off the internet. If you turn it upside down, the photo, it's after the rain. Good, ain't it? I thought it was. I had a letter during the week, and I got me another stamp. I've used this year. I think I've had 8 stamps that have been franked, so I've kept them and I've used them. I've sent out corners to people, and I ain't had to pay. I sent them to the mate, and he sent me 20 quid for me, so I sent it back again. Told him off. Right, Tropicana Var Passion, same family as the Durban. You can tell by the leaf. But I want to talk the missus into letting me having that in the house. Well, I've got to wait till there's a favour or something. Right, drop these back off the pole. He gives us a load of slabs or whatever, just for packing when we move the trading shed. I'll drop them back off to him. Lot less. My mate wanted the name of all the late fruiting varieties. I get these, obviously, I'm ready for our show, so I sent in them photos. Right, composting. Chopped up green and kitchen waste. There's my porridge as normal. Empty compost bag. Shredded newspaper, egg boxes, lure rolls. And there's my bits of egg shells. Shredded alpaca muck, whatever. Fish full of them to put on there. Double handful of that lot. Mix all that up. Right. Double handful of all this lot. So there's my leaf mould, that's last year's. That's straw from the top dressing off my raised beds. Hamster manure, reaming rock dust. Cover that again tonight. That was on what's it tonight? Spent mushroom compost. That's rollers by old char from rabbit muck. New collected leaf mould. Spent tea, spent coffee grounds. Dried shredded goat muck. Spent ops. Debris from a rotting tree. Muck, dried manure with mixed dried manure with worm cast. Dried shredded seaweed. Wood burner ash. Chopped straw. Sand. Alpaca muck. That was from my carrot bed mix. That was so that this year that was multi-purpose compost with added sand. So that lot mixed together. That's my brew going in. Lid off. Top carpet off. Worms are shook onto the next carpet, and the bottom carpet is taken off. Well, there's loads of worms on the top now anyway. Beautiful stuff. Add my ingredients. Spread them out. Drop the worms back in. Give it a good watering. If the carpets need it, water them as well. Right, Rowley sent me this during the week. He's a good lad. I don't know where he finds him. But whoever just come in, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you very much, Star. This is BBC 4, obviously. Deep down and dirty. Excellent stuff. Now, in this, you've got Chris Beardshaw. Where was it? Malvern. I've toured with him a couple of times down Melbourne when I first started giving me talks. Also in the film was John Chin. He's from Russian Y. I've met him as well. But if you watch the film, they are now doing what I do, mainly no dig. Plus, I'm using a top dress and a straw. And this, when it rains, it breaks up the droplets of rain basically, stops them runoff, which is similar to what I do when I'm using a little watering feeder from a bottle, because the droplets are smaller than a watering can. It doesn't disturb the compost, it just soaks in. But this is a Boston film. It is about 50 minutes long or something, but it's worth it. I think Rolly's going to watch it twice again. The compost samples, I sent them off to Gareth Hopcroft in Sheffield. He's got his own lab in the loft. He simply does the charge. Sends me compost to trial it, and these are all the goodies he found in my compost. He's going through it. And that little chap there is a rotifer. And this is mentioned as well in the film. So if you've got them little chaps, rotifers, they are superb beings. Then I had to send it away for a proper analysis, because I need it in writing from obviously with a write-up, and this is a write-up, and this is what I sent to the government and every other bugger. This compost is excellent. That's all I needed. Bacterial activity excellent. Fungal activity excellent. Fungal biomass exceptional. If I can do it, local councils and government can do it. Still fight the buggers. Also springtails. If you get them in the garden or your compost, they are goodies. You have got good compost. Because I asked Gareth Hopcroft, I took a photo. I says, what are these? Something else I've got to put a week's solution of jade fluid on to get rid of them. He says, now them springtails, they are goodies. It proves you got good compost ore. So if you see them in your soil or your compost, they're good ones. And all that's in my book. I put down a few blogs this afternoon. They'll throw me out because I was advertising. And this is 2 days after I've composted. There's the new stuff I've put on, and all I've gone down is about ½ inch. There's my babbies underneath, dragging all this lot down. Excellent. Right, next door neighbour, that's one of the old panels, fence panels he took out. So I'm going to get in touch with him, see if I can borrow it off him. We'll come back onto that later on. Right, wood chip. When I've finished down the allotments as chairman, passed all my contact details on for them. I think there's a couple of wood chippers, so I still go down and get the wood chip. So starting from the top, weeding if there is any. There weren't much. I'm just wood chipping all the lot. I mean, eventually that'll break down anyway. Usually that's 12 months, but it's good. Right, this little chaps. Because pet don't like the rabbit muck on the top. I says, all right, then, like all the other house plants, I'll top dress it with vermiculite. Yes, just give me permission. So I've took all the top bit off, got me vermiculite out, spread that out evenly. That looks better. Bung the labelling, yes. Extra bit of colour. Sun comes up here, shines through there for about 2.5 hours in the morning. Then late at night. Well, we got daylight. It don't come through here, the sun. But we got enough daylight there. Right, mate next door says, yeah, you can have that fence panel. Thank you, sir. So I went round and did the sawing up on his workbench. He's been. Got all the nails and crap out of them. We've got a straight edge. I've cut that to the length of the panel. It's got to be in between the stumps, obviously. So that straight edge will go up against that panel at the back end of the bottom of my raised beds. Right, taking the hound for morning walk. These two trees were put in. This one was to commemorate the Queen's the Jubilee. So it'd been in a couple of years, but that was vandalised, as you can see, along with this one. But they've both come back again, i.e. new growth. Although I snapped all the crap off the top, it's still got roots underneath. So he's saying, sod you, I'm going to come back. Just show you how strong they are. Little last week I saw these pink onions. Thought bloody pink. Now top. Is that a trial? I don't know. So looking at me raised beds where the panel's going to go, I've cut me some length of bamboo. Then they're going to go across there. So it's wedged under there, and that will stop that moving. Keep that nice and there it is. I'll put about 4 or 5 of them in down the back of there. Stew, whether this is, I've done another one this afternoon. That's going to last us 4 days. I've put extra 2 dogs of meat in. Right, ask Graham. Jeffrey asked me for some show giant veg, the long veg ready for next year. There's only one man who could sort me out. This was Graham Barrett, a mate from Gloucester. He's a good lad. Sir as well. So Jeffrey, you've got to thank Graham. But there's loads of stuff in here. That'll keep you happy. Right, I'm just putting my pegs in. That is going to go on the top of them. Perfect. Now that'll stop my canes from screening, my bamboo screen from dropping down that gap. That's better. At least I've got at least 10 inches higher than the panel. It's just to stop rooting. If this is a bloody squirrel, it'll be over the bloody fence. So we'll get there eventually. Right, these lot have got to come out. Pet keeps seeing a bloody frog or a mouse, perhaps herself. So I've got a trap now at the back of here, and I'm still taking the bait. So I've got to get rid of them, obviously. But we're going to move them till later, but they're going to be swapped with these. A bit of extra work, but it's got to be done. We've got big holes in the pots. The side of here underneath is some decent size ballast, so I've got them lot out, and just one good size is going over the holes. Right, these lot are going to be emptied. Take my top off, take my straw off. Usually the straw, most of the straw is breaking down, so this is the second top dressing the straw is had. And loads of worms in, which I knew there would be anyway. So I'm just emptying them out until obviously the tops of my tulips where I put them in. I'm slowing down with a small hand fork. I can see there 5 at the back, the tall ones, and then 4 small at the front. So that's nearly 3 pots out of that lot. Old labels, I've just snapped him off and put a B on, meaning when I get these out, that B will go at the back, because I know that the tall ones in the back of the pot, it just tells me where the back of the pot is, although I've only got to turn the pots around anyway. So I'm getting these out and bunging them in, just transferring them into these pots, and then I can move them out the road. So I put my label in, I know that's the back. Next one. Say that one is now enough empty. Go back on them. I'm going to move these 2 up by the end of the greenhouse, which is there. Move them out the road. I think that's just emptied in. Just get the last few out of the next one. There's the trap for the mouse. that's got to go at the back of a pot down the bottom here now, my blueberry. Keep it away from the hound. Right, that's emptied in. And now I can pick it up. Don't much weight in the bottom and transfer him down the bottom. Loads of worms under here, so I'll get them up first. Give that a wash off. Got me level on it on my new station. Highness is in there asleep. Rosie, if you can see me, is alright. Well, my blocks of wood, I just cover them in the black plastic to seal them. They ain't gonna rot so quick then. And if I need them as wedges, then I want these as level as I can get them. Perfect. Move them out the road, ready for the next one. That's 2 I've done there. Start emptying the next one. So the ones I've just filled with compost, I can now bring these down and top them back up again. Start emptying in. Plus, in the tulips out of that one. The spares which are in the shed, if I need them, there's I think there's 2 that went naff. So I'll look at my spares. And it's just going down with the hand fork and getting the tulips out. Right, I've top dressed that first one we've just moved and put the grid back on him. Stop the squirrels bearing his bloody nuts. Start filling him up. Nearly emptied him. Space for the next one. Just empty him. That should be large enough now to take down. Yeah, so I've dragged him out. And there's Pet's mate. Jumping down through the chap. So I thought, yeah, I've got to go, mate. He tried to leg it. But I picked him up. Bugged him over next door. He's got a wilderness. And there's Roshan in a thundercoat. Fireworks going off. The varnish. Rubbish. Stuck bloody craps us off. Clean that lot and all. Start on the next one. So the empty ones I've took down, I'll just fill them up again. Spares. Second one done. Get in there. Luckily, the weather was good all day, and I managed to get the 3 done in one day, which was good for everybody. That lot again, I got up the worms. Perfect. That's better. Now nothing can hide behind these lot. Hopefully, that gap is smaller than the gap of them I've just moved, so I should be able to get away with them as well. That's where I put the trap behind him. But I'm still taking the bait, so I'm still out. Right, middle chap that's going in the house, give him a good waiting outside first, and let him drain all day before I put him inside. While it was a good day, i.e. windless, bought all my citrus out and give them another feed. No sun on the afternoon, so I'll give them a foliar spray as well to help pollinate the flowers as they were still going. Perfect. Then all them drain. I sent this to McSeely, but he was down with his caravan. I don't think he got a signal down there. Dudley, that's our local borough. Been there a few times. And Jason Fox, good his ex-forces and all. Just think he fancied it. Pretty back in touch. Well, there me 3 tubs of me carrot mix. Gotta get them out. In fact, I've got to fill these up. So that's where one of them went in, mixed it with that. Cause I forecast that frost last weekend, which we never had anyway. But I wanted these 2 in the greenhouse before we did have the frost, just in case we had it. So let's fill that one. So let's give me some space. Perfect. Worked out well. So I bought them in the lemon and the peach. The sun is out, all windows and door. Windows are wedged open with the bottle, and my door's open anyway. Gotta have ventilation. These beds are dropped, not the ones I've just moved, obviously, I just filled in, but the others. Surprised how much they drop after a couple of weeks. Like these here. That's the bait. When you buy it, the bait. By law, they've got to sell in this as well, the trap. You can't just sell it loose. But you don't see where they've been chewing it. So I'll just put 2 more in. The babbies. Feed them, keep the bloody cat away. Right, Steve come down from Brum. Steve Medlicott from Brum, he paid me a visit. Give me 3 cormlets. He's a good lad. I just him that to our club and a talk I did. Which will cover a bit. He bought me a couple of cans of cider and all. He's a good lad. Right, this was only after 5 days. So I cut all the old crap off again. Give another waiter. Like to wait everything. Because when the sun is out, it's gone past the house, but it's getting lower. It still gets quite warm in here. Lizzie, that's one of your chaps who did us a while back. And he's doing well, luckily. These are going to stay as they are, growing. Right, sorted some of these out for the talk again. And Steve saw one, City of Portland, because they go there for the Arsenal Weymouth. He says, save me a seed, so I'm going to start one of them off for him. That's me 8 to memory, so I don't forget. And I forgot to give him his prize money from our show. Besides feeding the birds, I still change the weight out every 2 days. That's a charge what my mate does, Gareth Hopcroft. It's beetle frass, it's called. It's just the mealworm. It's a good brew, good chop dressing. Right, seeds I don't use anymore. Large shell onion seed, long chili seed, and 8-ounce onion, golden bear. It's a good one, that is. Nice colour on it. So I'll be dishing these out as well. Some of the ones Steve gave us, some of mine. My uncle was 90 last Saturday. I haven't got a clue what to get him. And Ben had these to get him when he did work for somebody down in London. I think he working for about a month, and they was impressed with his work. They gave him these 2 bottles of dog, and he looked into them, and the seal had gone on that one. I mean, it hadn't been opened. For somebody that took the bloody seal off. That seal was still on, so we get him that one in the box. And I've googled that, and then 15-year-old now, 76 quid. They are, and I think that was 90, but the bloody seal's gone. So good stuff. So my uncle, there he is, 90-year-old. He ain't doing bloody bad. Still likes his bigger, and his grub. That was last Saturday. And then remembrance of the Albert Hall, Royal British Legion. The Royal British Albert Hall. Always like watching that. Few stories on there. Brought a tear to me eye again. Then Remembrance Sunday. HMS Ganges I mentioned before. was a few years back, because any ship can come in on the parade, and we was going to start doing, but somebody's well, that never materialised, but it did this year. Somebody's doing it because they mentioned it. It's a bit quiet, but you might be able to catch on it. Ganges. There's a Mayflower berry. Good. And then what was on the afternoon? Warhorse. Boston Story. Shed another tear on that mother. Autumn with the leaves coming off. Autumn. What a nature's tree. Leaf balls. Come on, find it. Badly. Right, that's coming back on the walk, and that's on a bank, meaning there's our container, our shed, or our shelf stuff in. That's our new premises here, meaning if I'm high up, and I'm just in the top, so nobody can see that from the roadway, which is good for us for security. Right, so in this scene out, I've asked a few people. Obviously, Jeffrey, I've done his, Liam, Paul, just sorting scene out for people who's interested. 8 lots I got out of the large onion. This stuff I'm just out to our next committee meeting, because that's all them. These I can dish out, then coming to our show next year, them two. Again, good lad. Right, let's get these down the back of there. Then the doorbell went, and I had a parcel. Now, does that look like a torso or take dog bone? Shallots. He's a good lad, eh, Colin? £6 postage. He's a very good lad. First thing I'm going to do is sort through them. See if there's any softness in the mud in that one. It was soft on the one and the middle, so straight in the bin. You know, job these out, recognise this allium leaf miner. Get it everywhere. It's a pain in the ass. But when I used to do the leeks and the onions, the blanched leeks, I used to get the fly, which is exactly the same thing. And it's allium leaf miner because the fly mines in or bores its way in, lays its egg, and then clears off. If I'd got them in me exhibition blanch leeks, the leeks were that big, I could take at least 3 or 4 layers off, meaning, from this photo, there it is. So I've just took a skin off there, as you can see, and I've got rid of him. Although you've got the scar there. So if that was a blanch leaf, I'd take another 2 layers off, and then it'd be clean as a whistle. So although I've lost girth on it, a few flags, skins, I've still got. So I'm going to do it exactly the same with the shorts as well. And that's what I did. And I think there's 4 people had them. Colin, you're a superior being. Right, Sylvain, a mate from Canada, he's sent me some seed, and these are the dwarfs, what he sent me as well, or what he's going to send me. Russian again, comfrey is still growing, and the nettles are still growing. So I'm still getting them too as well, both full of nitrogen, which is an activator. Mate asked me for some stuff down our trading sheds, because I don't do the sheds anymore, but I went down and there's 2 bags of fertiliser open, meaning if there was any damp nights, then you've got to keep these bags closed up. So I just reminded the shed people, cover up when you leave, which I did for them. Right, rhododendron. Mentioned this earlier on, they've got loads of buds on. I says, nah, it won't flower. What he started doing, showing signs of flower. That's how bloody warm it is. It's still mild now. I think Wednesday it's got a good cold. Well, down here anyway. Right, still deadheading or anything that's finished, then I'm just clearing up. Now I keep about 3 or 4 inches on anything I've cut off. So I know where the plant is. All that's been there for bloody moons. I still do the same. Delphinium is the last one, which is finished, and I'll cut him back as well. These lot are getting jobbed again. That was 3 times in 10 days. Right, these last lot here, I've got to get, looking at some of these, the base is out. Some have come out. If you haven't got a nail to get in there or a knife, you can get the edge of a spoon and you come out clear as a whistle. But if they're not level at the bottom, then they're not hard to get out, but you've got to put your brain to it. I've cleared all the skins off, so I don't know if there's any naff on them. Then they go in the bin. These lot, some of these have given me good size cormlets this year. Some are small, Ajax. Velvet eyes, that was a new one as well. So the size of them, look at them, Gordon Bennett, for them huge. So I've got my little paper bags out until I get some paper ones, plastic bags I should say, ready for the cormlets. So I've got rid of all the soil off them, bagged them up. The ones that are left, them are gonna, I've got a bag for them where we put the trading, not trading shed, our shed. We will show stuff in at the side of there. I'm going to throw all this spare seed in, so we got a bit of colour next year or whatever. So these are now ready for doing the garage. I'll take them out, put them in with me other stuff. So that's 3 more trays in the garage, but still loads of pots out, which are dried out now. There's only about 5, I think, that have got labels in with names. The rest I'm knackered with them. Off Singular Beauty, I know that's a good white one. Obviously, that's why I put him down for the cormlets. Getting workbench ready, sun's still out, so I'm working outside. Upend him, because most of these are my own compost. There's loads of worms in there. So the worms, I'm going through a lot, take the worms out in there. The cormlets in there, obviously. That's one done. I've just been through more. Lady Helen, this is a nice pred yellow and small yellow one. And there's some decent size corms off here and all. Select seeds. I just put on the internet for on a colleague gardening group or anybody else local. So I'll send away for these Monday. So if anybody needed anything else, I think I've got about 10 of us so far. Worth the sale, which is free postage. Right, they were all clean. Then with spares to give away, because these are the ones where the name and the label come off. So I ain't got a clue which ones they are. But I'm doing a talk anyway. Gladioli for beginners, because I'm only a beginner myself. So let's get ready for my talk. Here's all my golf laptop, projector. Goodies off flog, stuff for the raffle prize. And mine is Steve seeds and the Gladys underneath. I'll dish them out free to just to get them interested. And this was a talk to Cannock Wood Gentle Shore Garden Club. This is the village hall in Cannockwood, Staffordshire. Took me, it's supposed to take me an hour to get there. I always start early. I always give myself an extra half hour for this good job I did. Because there was a smack on the motorway. And just managed to get there in time to set up half hour before. I've been there about 5 years ago. Couldn't remember the place, but that's their goodies. They all had the packages and the gladdy. That was Sue sorting me out. The mensch later on again. Mate, when I see him, I recognised him straight away. I think there was two or three blokes in again. Because the women are outlasting the blokes. There's some raffle prizes for them. It was good. Enjoyed it. This is a thank you card I was given. I opened it when I got back home. And made this myself. With that, dear Mick, on behalf of the committee, I would like to express our sincere thanks for your interesting and enjoyable talk about gladioli. Club members do grow these spectacular plants and we follow your advice to battle against the dreaded pests to keep their plants and flowers in perfect unison. Kind regards, Sue. What a nice gesture. Right, another one. Emptying him out, another prim. There's little corners on the corners I've planted in for them. Ain't done that before. It's either Lady Jane Red or Lady Jade. I ain't too sure on that one. Don't matter. Right, slowly working my way along. There's only two more there with names on. He's blank as a ferret. Lady Ellen, I know them are a prim yellow. Same as that one. Lizzie, sorry, I just saw your hand.
That plant that they put on your cake was Solomon seal. The plant that they iced on your cake.
Oh,
Solomon seal, it's called.
lovely.
There you go.
Okay, Lizzie.
Okay.
Lady Ellen. Lovely little prim. Nice yellow. So I'll put these down, obviously. So then my last three, these drying off. Right, that's in the shade, my workbench. So I'm going to leg it into the tunnel because the sun's in there. And Russian, I'll bring a mat in and all, then I can lie down. Loves the sun. And if you can see me, then he's happy. The little babbies I got out, just bung them in the compost. Right, that's done most on this side. There's 2, 4, 6, there's 2 there. 8 to go through. So we now get them lot done. These are the big ones, the big pots. But these they got a clue, no names whatsoever. These will be given away down our garden club. The AGM in February. Got loads of worms in. P212. I got in touch with Nigel Coe. I said, "Is this one of yours?" And he said, "It is a prim." And he thinks that's Lady Ellen as well. Good lady, thank you, Nigel. Luckily, that stayed on the label, so I knew what it was. And nice day, so get the pots outside, dry them out. These are good sized cornets. and a good dollop of worms in the end too. Right, that's me compost I've emptied from the pots themselves. Obviously, them will come in later on, if not filling the raised beds. If there's anything left, then when I split my canners up next year, it'll be a good dry medium mixed with my compost, to split in the canners. Harvest bag and just bung them on the compost. Right, that's a lot done. Drying these lot out now as well. Aaron sent me this is his mate. Your dad called me part of the compost king. Just had a tenant whose house I'm working at. Absolutely waxing lyrical about him. Big fan. Amazing. I had to look that up. Waxing lyrical. I got a bloody clue. To talk about something with a lot of interest or excitement. So I've got a fan somewhere. Right, some more off Steve. This is what was left. I've dished them out as well to quite a few people. Well, from the gardening club and from my compost group. This was Highness in a new suit, a one-piece suit. Right. Well, in fact, I stood still. Let me put it on her. Front feet first, then the legging down. This is for when the winter, obviously. There's a good wench. Right, these are canna seeds ready to be posted to me through mate in Canada. Them are the ones he's sending out. I think there's 8 people asked for these. And there's an envelope. That'll be covered next week. Right, this was on tonight, country file. I just managed to put this together, put this in. And they started talking about reaming rock dust. I thought, I've heard of that stuff. Been getting it for our trading shed for at least 20 years by the ton. Get it bulk because it's cheaper. Well, it's cheaper to weigh out and from. Cheaper for us to sell. 50 pence a kilo is the flog it for. And he's making 100% profit. Plus it was a good brew. But obviously you get it from a quarry. So this was one of the quarries. Most of the quarries are up Scotland. That was a farmer. And he'd been trialing it. And obviously he was explaining it. And that's from spreading it. You can see where he started here. And I'm just top dressing the field. Now there's loads of farmers doing it. Just superb stuff. Keeps in the carbon dioxide. Plus it's a good brew. It's slow release. When I used it, well, when I still use it, I top dress my raised beds twice a year. And, it's also an ingredient for the composting. Worms love it. And that's it, people. Only a short one tonight. I could have put a few more on if I'd have known it end that quick. Play one next week. We got to go out. It's our Aaron's birthday meal. So next Zoom will be the Sunday 3rd of December.
Can I ask a question?
What's again?
Anybody use lights who's on tonight?
What, grow lights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've, well, I had it, to be honest, Scott, I had it 2 years ago. somebody
Yeah.
gave me a 600-watt LED grow light
Oh yeah.
and the cabinet, and I've never used it. But this year I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah.
So I've set it up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it obviously it's a stable temperature in there. But I've currently got I had that big onion off Nick,
See you later.
Aye.
which I've now found out was the strain of seed that guy who's now got the
Yeah,
world
Kath.
record of the onion with.
Right.
So I'm thinking, well, if he can grow it, I'm gonna have a go, see if I can grow something a bit big. So I'm on 16 hours on
Yeah.
and 8 hours off.
That's what I use for me chilies.
Does that sound about right? Does it?
Yeah, that's what because I sow my chilies in February under lights, and that's what I normally do. 16 hours on, 8 hours off.
Yeah, these are on now.
Yeah.
They've been on for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm trying to start really early to it's an experiment. I'm just trying to see
Yeah.
what happens.
And they're LED, so they shouldn't be too much power. You know,
Yeah,
shouldn't,
I mean,
take
I've
too
been
much power.
clocking the temperature because obviously there's a thermometer on the outside of it as well, and it
Yeah.
has been going up to 22.
Right.
But it drops to about 18 in the day, obviously because the central heating's kicked in then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it as stable as I can. But I've been looking on the internet and asking people and this, that, and the other. But I thought I'd like to ask on here to see if anybody else actually does it, and then
Yeah.
follow
So
that. Like,
I've only ever grown chilies in under lights, so about onions I wouldn't know, but
everything else will go in there as well.
yeah, you're just
Eventually,
trying to recreate natural, aren't you?
Yeah,
Natural
yeah,
light.
yeah.
So,
I mean, they all contradict themselves. Some say, "Oh, you should do no more than 10 hours on
Yeah.
and 14 off," and then another one says, "No, you've got to do 18 hours on and 6 off," and you know what I mean. You
I
just
know.
don't know what to do. But
Yeah.
if that's what you've done, then I'll go on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Works for me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, say it's the first time, but I'll try and put some pictures on and some posts as the
Oh yeah, that'd
Zooms
be
go
good.
on to see what's happening. Like,
Yeah.
but again, trial for me. Never done it before. But
All good fun, isn't it?
yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go trial and error.
Yeah, that's what it's all
to
about.
true.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice one. Thanks, Mick.
Okay then, peeps.
Cheers.
Paul, get us some photos then for 2 weeks' time, mate, for the Zoom.
Yeah, all right. I'll
Yeah, anybody else who's got any?
I'll get you some.
Good man. Cheers then, people.
Thanks again,
Thank you.
Colin.
Thanks again.
Cheers,
Bye.
Mark, mate. See you all.
Cheers. See ya.